What's up, guys? So it is LSD install day over here at Southern Maryland EcoBoost Performance. That's right, we're throwing in the Mfactory helical LSD and my Focus ST. We're here with Tony and Brady, about to drop the transmission and get this thing put in. Franz is out now. Check it out, guys. Look at all these parts you gotta take off to get to the LSD. Still not there yet. Found out that I needed another lower control arm. That's no good. And just my luck, the Napa up the street literally has one in stock, so I'm gonna go pick that up. But yeah, at least we are halfway done now. All right, guys, so LSD is in the car, and check that out. Both wheels are spinning at the same rate. I think that's awesome. Usually this wheel spins slower, right? Or like not as much?
No, with the other one, it won't spin at all.
Oh, it won't even spin at all.
Yeah.
But with the Mfactory LSD, you get a 50-50 torque split, so they are going to spin exactly the same, as you can see. Okay, so I'm taking off from like 2,000 RPM with full traction control on. So as far as an overall review, and do I think that the Limited Slip Differential is worth the money on the Ford Focus ST? I gotta say that yes, absolutely, 100%, it is definitely worth the money. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. What isn't there to talk about? So right off the bat, steering feel with the Limited Slip installed is way better than stock. Just the road feel and the way that the tires grip the road and the feedback of that through the steering wheel is so much better. Probably like 2 to 3 to 5 times better than stock, depending on what level of modification you are at, you know, in your ST. If any of you have driven a Focus RS, you'll notice that the steering wheel is a lot stiffer or a lot firmer, the feedback, than with the Focus ST. And now with the Limited Slip Differential installed, in my opinion, the feedback is very reminiscent of the RS. It's a very road huggy feel. It's confidence inspiring. You know, previously with the stock open diff, the more you got on the throttle, especially when you started to lose grip, the steering wheel would feel extremely light, you know, because the wheels are spinning and you'd get that torque steer. That's gone now with the Limited Slip install. That's completely done. You have this confidence in this grip now in the steering wheel, which is great. So, you know, that's one huge pro for the LSD. Another pro is braking. Braking has tremendously increased, exponentially. I have a very aggressive pad and rotor and line set up on this car. I'm running HP Plus, Hawk HP Plus brake pads all around. I have R1 Concepts drilled rotors, and I have the StopTech stainless steel braided brake lines, and I have the Motul the Motul RBF 600 brake fluid. And just with that alone, the stopping performance was great. Add on to it an LSD, which is going to, give you more grip while both accelerating and braking. And I mean, the car just stops on a dime. Anytime the car is in gear and I'm decelerating, I even lightly touch the brake, and I mean, the car just stops. It wants to just nosedive and stop, which is great. Not even from a performance standpoint or being on the track, just a safety standpoint alone. The fact that the stopping and the braking performance is so much better, to me, that's worth a lot right there. And then obviously I have to say that the biggest pro of installing the LSD is the grip, the straight line grip, and the acceleration. It's night and day, to be honest with you. There is no more, one tire fire, as they say, or, just one wheel spinning. You can feel it, with the open diff, the car kind of drift to the side because one wheel will be getting more grip than the other. Nowadays, I mean, with this LSD, the car might slip for a second, and then the LSD will catch, and you'll feel it. You'll feel the LSD like mechanically lock, and you just go straight forward. There's just straight line acceleration. That's pretty much the best way I can put it, but you are going forward with everything in the pedal, and that's awesome. Now, that's obviously going to depend on the condition of your clutch, the type of clutch you have, and also the condition and the type of tires you have. So if you have all seasons that are slippery and not very good at gripping the ground, then you're still going to notice a big difference, but at some point in time, you're just going to spin both front wheels. But I have 300 treadwear Federal Evolution ST1s, I believe they're called, and these tires are really grippy. So for me, I slip for barely a second. Sometimes I don't slip at all, especially if I'm taking off from a light. It just catches and goes. Rolling performance is exactly the same. It feels like I added power to this car, even though I didn't. But now the car is able to put down all of the power to the ground, so it's going to feel a lot more dramatic. You're going to, and not just feel that way, but you're actually going forward now instead of, spending X amount of time spinning in place and, not doing anything. So, that I would say is the biggest pro. It is truly a dramatic difference for the better. So at the end of the day, guys, I would say that the Mfactory Limited Slip Differential is definitely worth the money. Get all the parts together, take to somebody who knows what they're doing, and this will not stop putting a smile on your face. I'll be 100% honest with you and say this. This car doesn't drive like a front-wheel drive car anymore. Seriously. All the front-wheel drive cars I've had have had open differentials, right? I had a RSX Type S before this, something else before that. And even though they're fun and economical, they never really gave you that true sense of, this is a serious car. This is now a serious car. The way that this thing takes off and grips is amazing. So, definitely worth the money. I'm telling you, this car now feels more like an all-wheel drive car. And I know that sounds wild, but it really does. It accelerates more like an all-wheel drive car than it does a front-wheel drive car. So, definitely do it. But that's all I've got for my review. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to message me on Instagram, Facebook, drop a comment on YouTube, and I'll do my best to get back to you. But until then, I'm going to continue to enjoy this car, and I hope you guys do this mod. All right, see you later.